Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dead in Vinland, the game where we pick up on old conversational threads and try to bring some consistency to our commentary, not get totally and utterly sidetracked mid thought. Although I've never been the most coherent speaker for the most part. Ah, yes, okay. Can we trust Broman of yesteryear? The guy who cannot finish a single thought about himself. Can we trust that man to have had everybody put in place? It would seem like yes. So I went back. Interesting story. It's time for an anecdote, a tale of woe about the frailty of an old man's mind. Me being the old man in this case. In case you missed it in the last video, we started a particular topic of conversation, and then immediately dropped it because we got distracted by something shiny on the screen here, and then couldn't for the life of us, or for the life of me, I suppose. That's one of my pet peeves, is people that say us or we when they really mean like you, like a boss that says, oh, we should really get that done, and by we I mean you, while I sit in my cool cushy cozy office. That drives me absolutely crazy. I've never worked directly under anyone exactly like that, but I've heard people like that talking to their employees, and it drives me crazy. But that's neither here nor there. We had started a conversation. Oh jeez, misclick. In the last video, not a recent video, but the last video, I said something to the effect of, I'm the kind of person who, and then got sidetracked. And I said, I could try to remember it, and I couldn't remember it in the video. I said, I'll go back and I'll rewatch the video. So I did that thing, and 7 berries, holy crap. And what happened? But I watched it, I saw the part where I said that, and then immediately failed to remember, even though I was watching it, couldn't remember what the heck I was going to say. I was talking about the students, our summer students at work, being gone now, and things are kind of winding down. And I said, I'm the kind of person who, and then got distracted. Well, I couldn't remember what I was going to say. Even rewatching the video, I watched it twice, watched myself or listened to myself say those words, couldn't think of what I was trying to get at. Why are these people so tired? Couldn't think of what I was trying to get at. Stormed around, well, not stormed, but paced around the house kind of for a little bit, just trying to jog my memory and just kind of lamenting the fact that I'm at that age where memory is a valuable commodity. And I thought to myself, well, think, Broman, what was it? Think, man, think. Could not come up with it. And finally, out of the blue, doing something completely unrelated, something completely tangential, not even tangential to that, it hit me. What I was going to say was, I'm the kind of person who likes change like that. I get bored easily, so like over the course of a summer, when I get into a routine, as much as I like routine, I also tend to get bored, which is a very strange contradiction to have to live with, but I do have to live with it, and it drives me crazy. 5 fish, was that all we got on that? That could be a problem. But yeah, so we get into the summer, June, July, August. Now we're pushing on September. To have a change like that when these kids leave, it's like, fresh, shake things up a bit. Something a little different, something a little bit weird. Not even weird, just at least different from what's been going on for the past weeks in and weeks out, And really, he's actually a better miner than he is a forester. I tend to get bored easily. So having something as simple as kids go back to kids going back to should get some seeds, back to school or wherever the hell it is that they decide to go, gives just enough of a jolt of something different to keep me staggering through this day-to-day miserableness we call life here. It's so funny because one of the kids actually, well, what are you doing there? You don't leave the pens, Parvana. You leave the shelter. One of the kids this year basically pegged perfectly. I don't want to say pegged me perfectly because that sounds wrong, but he really zeroed in on my problem. He thought, so he said to me, I was talking about work and all these different things, and he basically was like, well, why are you still here? It's like, you know what, little boy? High school child who has somehow peered into my psyche, pulled back the veil of sorry, I'm looking at my phone. Pull back the veil of illusion or my own sort of attempt at concealing my own anguish. He peeled it back in like a week and had me zeroed in on all my life's problems like you wouldn't believe. And yet here I am still clocking in every morning, clocking out every afternoon, escaping to my basement retreat here to oh, we didn't even have to explore cautiously. Did we get 2 new areas there? This is going to be an excellent video once we start procking some of these exclamation marks. Water, fire, all those fun things. Do we have them all? Sure. End the day. No drama here in the old Viking encampment, but plenty of drama in the Broman homestead. And I think what I've decided, what that young child taught me, is I do need to do something to shake things up and kind of at least give myself the illusion that there's something better in the future. And I think I've committed. I talked about this before, toying with the idea of a little sound booth for myself. And don't necessarily think I'll be able to have it in the house, but I talked about the fact that I own land in the sense that I'm completely a land baron. No, I own my own property, right? And it's a large piece of residential suburbia. And I think I'm going to set up a trailer or something and kind of build a little sound booth recording area that I can retreat to in earnest and actually pound out a decent number of videos on a consistent basis, and not be reduced to sneaking in, a couple of videos before my wife gets home or before the kids come home, or sneaking off at night to record in hushed tones. I've not talked about this. I've talked because it's a small, like I said, I have a house, but it's a small house, right? I've talked about I can turn back right now and look up the stairs, the basement stairs, and see the door. Where I'm recording here, directly above me is one child's bedroom, and just slightly down to the left at the end of the messy tables here is a vent going up to the other child's bedroom, and she could probably hear me talk, literally, right now if she were home in her room. If she happened to not have headphones on, she would easily be able to hear me yakking away down here and wonder what has happened to her father. Does he need help? He is talking to nobody. And you don't need to be here. Are you a fisherwoman? You're kind of a fisherwoman. Let's see how much of a fisherwoman you are. We got nobody on water. Oh yeah, we do. We just put people on water. So yeah, I think in order to satisfy that sort of strange, disturbing reality that a summer student has we don't have any buffs, has so easily identified in me, I'm going to, these guys are only buffers. This guy needs to go because, and why is Kari in the front? Jeez, man. I'm going to do that and develop for myself a See, now if Kari was going next, that would be pretty nice because she could do that one that hits everybody in the melee row. But these guys are going to go first, or before Kari at least, and quite possibly could end up moving themselves forward. But we'll see how it happens here. Yeah, the first thing he does is move forward. At least he's targeting Nut, and at least he missed. And that took all his AP. So here we go with the buffs. We want to stay away from an ample whip. His max damage goes up by 2. This guy could wreck us pretty easily. Pretty easily indeed. So what's the way to do max damage here? We've really only got the one hit, that's huge. Nut should be able to finish him off quite easily. So we'll just we'll move back and in turn save the AP. It's a huge. What was that one? Damage resistance has gone up. Nut might have a trouble here. We want 3. Yeah, we want this for sure. There we go. So that's huge. No doubt about that. And then we'll just 1 damage. Have you been buffed? No. So this is something positive at least. We can start targeting, doing some serious damage. And maybe even if this guy doesn't move, Kari can use that move that hits them both. And you can end turn in order to conserve AP. Don't move. Ugh, first thing he does is move. Triple fermented ale. So he did get the extra AP and some damage resistance as well. So she doesn't got... No. Huge. Massive. Just unbelievably effective. So we can still do this. Boom. That'll move her forward. And then we can move her back. And... Gone clubbing. This can do damage. Only 2. That's not so bad. Yeah, this is pretty much on lock now. And so as I was saying, what I intend to do is, in order to not feel so like it's hard to explain how when this like what is it, like a 17-year-old and you're like 30 something, and the 17-year-old just so clearly identifies what your problem is and is like. As if the most ordinary thing is, well, just get a different job. It's like, well, yeah, that'd be lovely, young man, but it doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that easily in the real world. You know, we have responsibilities and bills to pay. I don't know what my electric company, Hydro, would have to say if I just said, I don't really want to pay because I decided to switch jobs, so I'm not going to pay this money. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't just do what you want. All the lies that your parents tell you, they're lies. Oh, do whatever you want. You know, follow your... It's all bullshit. Take it from an embittered, cynical old man such as myself. Unless you're fortunate, it's bullshit. It's not an inherent right that you get to just, holy shit, have 18 fish. It's not an inherent right that you just get to pursue whatever... career or lifelong ambition that suits your fancy. That's if you're able to do that, and there are people who are able to, you're fortunate. Don't take it for granted, because there are people out here, the rest of us are out in the trenches, toiling away in bullshit jobs that they don't really care for, and they'd rather be YouTube successes, right? Not even YouTube. I'd rather be doing something creative. Let me do something slightly more creative, and we'll be fine. We'll have no issues. But you keep sticking me in these. Let's check their buffs here. I want to make sure. I guess I should check their traits first. You've got no buffs. You need to be buffed. You've got no buffs left. You've got no buffs left. What do I even have left to buff with? I've got 2 healths and I've got crits. So we'll give Eirik a health, Kari a health, and a crit. 7 days. Wow, that's excellent. Yeah, and then we'll just proc this again, right? Because we've got food cooking, we've got people collecting water. We don't necessarily need all that water, but there's also not much else we do need. Yeah, so we'll just yeah, we keep plugging away at this. Everything should be fine. I didn't check their injuries. They shouldn't have been injured because nobody dipped below their spirit hearts there. So we should be okay. No encounter anyway. We'll proc up our fire here, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, so in order to satisfy that that strange little I don't even know what it is. It's like a buggy that's been put in my ear or in my conscious mind here by the 17-year-old smartass. And in order to satisfy that, I think I'm going to, like I said, set up a trailer somewhere on my vast expanse, my vast tracts of land, and build myself a little sound booth, a little recording studio. And maybe that'll, show that I'm at least pursuing something a little bit more creative, and giving myself every opportunity to do that, and not have to kind of dodge family and avoid and speak quietly when they're around, and cram in videos at any given opportunity. Rain again. Okay, that means you guys can come off here. Is there anything we want to do here? More depression recovery. Needs a fire crystal, though. Oh, extra fatigue. And we've got plenty of these things in stock. So you might as well bang that out. We're going to also do some of this, because we've not done some in a while. You've got nothing to do. So rather than hide in the shelter, you'll come help. Our explorers, do they have injuries that need to be dealt with? Not particularly. Our inventory of iron and stone is also fine. So you can also come over here and help, even though you're not particularly good at it. You can get us some additional lumberage, because we are going to lose about almost 50% of our lumber in a few days here. So we've already buffed them. You're going to pound out some fabric real quick, and then Moira, you're not needed there, my friend. What? Oh, you can heal Parvana here. Lovely Parvana is in a bit of a weird spot for some reason. Disease, yes please. What's the status here? Ooh, the status is this needs to be harvested. And that's a job for Brother Angelico. Yeah, that's good. What's the time here? 18 minutes. Wow, we got through a bunch of days. We got through pillows. We can make our beds more comfortable with a few additions. A good night's sleep after a hard day's work. Each character recovers 2 to 5 fatigue each night. Even pounded through that fabric, so we can start on a new and no encounter. Look at that, eh? So you're tired, so we'll pull you off here. You go back to here. Moira, is there anybody else that might need to come in here? Anything else we just want to stay ahead of? Some illness would be nice, because we got our combatants here with some illness creeping up. So maybe we'll just do that. It seems kind of excessive, but yeah. Gotta do something, right? We didn't get any food this turn, but that's actually probably just fine. Do we want to, I was considering a damage resistance buff. I don't know. I know we definitely want to stay on top of the health and the crits. We've already got one crit, extra crit stone waiting, and those are always going to go to Kari, just because she can crit like nobody's business, right? Extra fatigue recovery at the rest area. We can even up it to 3, but that takes a lot of fabric, and it's really not that that important. Potable water from there, no. I don't really want to churn through 10 ropes for no reason. I wouldn't mind one of these, ancient knowledge. We're going to have to start investigating that map, I suppose. I don't know if we'll really be able to avoid that for much longer. You can come here. We need Solveig to come do the plowing, right? She's our plower. And then Nut. No, Nut was supposed to be here. What are you doing? Get out of there. So you're there doing that. Sickness, yes. Keep ahead of that there. Tomo, we need a place for you. You can come over and just help here, maybe. Solveig's away, but we also have nothing raw. No, so we'll be eating it. It'll be an infinite food kind of night. That's fine. Bloodwed, you don't really need to be there. You can get us some, we're talking about wood, so we'll roll this. This is fine. There's really no sense of urgency anymore. Like, we're trying to do what we can to churn out that map, so, and do it in the safest way possible. So we'll do another few days, and maybe we'll delve a little deeper into my psyche. I don't know. Is that really something I feel comfortable doing? There's so many strangers out there in the big wide world on YouTube's. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely we'll be doing that. There's no doubt about it. We're going to sort this out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to come up with a sound booth. We're going to pursue these creative pursuits, as you should do. Until then, thanks very much. See you soon.